What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Out on the lake today for a short evening trip. Actually, I'm not going to be doing a lot of fishing. Be testing out the new Newport NK 180 Pro. Put it on the Bonafide. I've been running a trolling motor on the bow. I thought I'd swap it up some and get the NK 180 Pro and run it. I've had a NK 180 on my pedal drive Bonafide, but I didn't have the foot steering. I just had it set in the forward, set in the lock position, and just used the rudder to steer it. But that boat didn't turn too good with just the rudder. So I'm in the Bonafide PWR, and I've hooked up the foot steering on it, and I'm gonna try it out today. I'm just kind of messing around. I'm gonna do a little fishing, but don't have but about three and a half hours till dark. But get out here and test this thing out. It's probably going to take some getting used to with the foot steering, used to the rudder and trolling motor, so it'll be a learning curve for sure. But I got it set up. Got the throttle right here beside my seat. Just reach my hand down there and steer it. There's the motor set up on the back. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get out here and try it out and see how fast it'll go and all that good stuff, and see if I can catch a fish. Catching a fish would be a bonus, but it's not the ideal day to be testing this. It's windy and maybe a challenge for me, but I'm gonna get out here and give it a shot. If you're new here, I'm Brandon, you're watching the Dude Fish channel. Welcome to the channel. Running 25% throttle. Running 25% throttle, running right at 1.9, right at 2 miles an hour. I'm going into the wind. It's real windy, but 1.9 at 25% throttle. Bumping on up to 50. All right, that's 50%. Running 2.4 miles an hour at 50%. Again, I got a lot of wind. Now the wind's shifted. I'm kind of coming from my back, so yeah, running about 2.6, 2.7. Bumping on up to 75. %, running 3.7, 3.8. Right about 3.7, 3.8 at 75%. We'll go ahead and bump it up to 100. %, 5.2, 5.3. Right at 5.4 for a minute. About 5.3. 100%. 600 watts. About 5.3. Yeah, moves the PWR pretty good. Like I said, it's still going to take some getting used to with the foot steering and all, but it'll move. It'll go way faster than that trolling motor. Trolling motor, I was getting about 3.8, 4 at the most. So let me get after it and see if I can't catch a fish before dark. First fish, guys, a little small one on the Fritz side 5. Largemouth. Tiny little guy. All right, guys, that's it for today. Just got out here and tested the Newport 180 Pro on the Bonafide PWR. Fished for a little while, caught one little largemouth, probably about 3 or 4 inches long, but mainly want to get out here and test the NK 180 out. And overall, it's pretty good. I liked it. I got to do a few tweaks to it. I've got a rudder foil coming for it. Need that big time, especially in the wind. You let off the power and the wind's blowing, it's going to blow you around. Drift for the wind and keep the boat under control. But that's probably the main thing. But it's supposed to be in the next few days, and I'll add that. Probably mess with the trim. I had it on the second notch, and I think that's the right spot as far as trim wise. I'll play around with the motor depth. Didn't have it all the way in the water as far as it go, but probably about 3 inches before all the way. So may get a little more speed out of it. Was getting around 5.5, 5.7, 100% throttle, using 600 watts. I found if you back it off to 90 watts, using about half the wattage, and you're only losing like half a mile an hour. So that's probably the sweet spot, around 85-90% on the throttle. Got to get a couple of stainless steel eyelets for the steering cable back on the bracket. It was rubbing on the bracket, so I'll probably install a few of those, and that'll help with the smoothness of the steering. We got the new foot pegs from Bonafide. They're supposed to be released tomorrow, the next day. Probably gonna get them. They got 4 ball bearings in it. Supposed to make it super smooth, so I'll probably add that also. Once I get them few minor tweaks worked out, I think it's gonna be pretty good setup. Steering was a little stiff sometimes. That plastic on aluminum track, but hopefully these new that foot steering kit will help that out. And rudder's the other main thing. Get that rudder on the shaft, and it'll make a big difference. But that's gonna do it. I appreciate y'all watching and sticking with me, guys. Thanks to all the new subscribers for joining the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.